Hey, Colin from Brivvy here. Every AI tool writes the same way. Generic, safe, forgettable. Your brand doesn't sound like that, so your AI shouldn't either. The problem is, most teams try to fix this with a Google Doc full of guidelines and hope that someone remembers to paste it into the prompt. That doesn't scale. With Brivvy Voices, you define your brand's tone, style, and rules just once, and it gets enforced automatically across every AI tool your team uses. Claude, ChatGPT, Cursor, Windsurf, all of them. In this video, I'll walk you through how to create and publish your first brand voice. Let's get into it. So what you're looking at right here is the Brivvy workspace. Right now I have 3 published voices and one that's in draft for us to go ahead and publish today. The reason why you'd want to create multiple voices is, again, you have different contexts and different use cases in which you need a different voice strengths or characteristics to come out. And so in the case of something like support, you might want to write in the second person. You might want to be much more empathetic, a little bit more warmer, and because your job is to help users get through something that could be a difficulty in using your platform. Whereas something like leadership, you might want this to be a little bit more assertive, again in the second person, and because the use cases here might be internal memos for the entire team, or it could even be things like writing to investors. So let's go ahead and now take a look at our leadership voice. When I open this up here, I can see that there's 2 main components to creating a voice. There's tone and there's rules. Within tone, there's 5 primary parameters, and I can set these from 1 to 10, and rules. And so within rules itself, I, again, have a huge list of things that I can configure to define my voice. It's coming down to the bottom. Let's go ahead and scroll back up. I can also apply a preset here. So if I want to say, I want this to be AP style or Chicago Manual style or even technical comprise, I can go ahead and do so as well. I can hide or add examples. So for each property here, I can turn this on. I can see how this property would be used in an example. And once I've kind of configured things to how I like them, I can go ahead and generate a preview of this brand voice. So let's go ahead and just quickly take a look here. So let's go ahead and have a little bit of fun. Let's say, let's look at emojis. I noticed that I don't have any emojis in my text. I want a lot of emojis. I don't know why, but I love them. I want them. Let's go ahead and add frequent here. And let's also say emojis on and headings as well. So let's go ahead and regenerate this text. Again, see how emojis will be applied. Beautiful. And so you can see here, the text is being rewritten. Again, it's applying emojis in certain areas. Again, it's exactly how I want. For the final test, let's go ahead and say, in this case, I personally really like sentence case, but maybe in my titles, I want to see a lot more. I want to see all caps. And there you have it. Now I can see again the example utilizing all caps in titles. Now, when I'm happy with my brand voice and I'm ready to let it go and set it live, I'm going to go up to publish. I can also share it internally, so you can always click the copy URL link. You can share it with your team members, your boss, whoever it might be. Let's go ahead and say publish. Now our leadership voice is now live. Again, whenever you want this voice to be applied within your AI client, just make sure to specify leadership voice when generating content. And so, of course, if this is for an internal memo, say use the leadership voice. If you're working on marketing copy, say use the marketing copy. If you're creating a docs page, say use the support voice. And so each one of those are applied in the context that it's given. That's about a wrap for our tutorial. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful day.